Now, I want to make this very, very clear, especially to this group that's all talking in the middle. I want to make this very, very clear, okay? We are going through every question on the study guide. The study guide is a direct reflection of what you will expect to see on the test, okay? If you don't write down what I am writing down, you are doing a huge disservice to yourself, okay? This is what we do for every test. So this is going to be the first run through of it. We're going to get an idea, and then on Monday we're going to see why I do this the way I do it and how it's meant to set you up for success, okay? So number one, the reason why I explain that is because I have students that as the year goes on, they start getting lazier and lazier, and we go over the whole study guide, and then they go to take the test, and in the middle of the test they go, Mr. Church, I don't know what I'm doing, or I don't know how to do this one. I'm okay, look at your study guide. And they pull it out and it looks just like this, blank. And they were sitting in class when I went over it. That's on you. Like, I'm doing everything I possibly can to make this as easy as possible for you. And if you're not holding up your end of that deal, then that's your responsibility. That's on you. All right. So number one, finding the constant of proportionality K, and then write an equation. So this is actually a couple of lessons, 3.1, and if I'm writing an equation, that's 3.3a. All right, I see a table, right away my brain starts firing and tells me to do what? If I have a table, what am I supposed to do, guys?
Arrows.
Arrows. How do I get from 2 to 3? How do I get from 3 to 4? Is that my change in X or my change in Y? Change in X. Down below, how do I get from 8 to 12? Plus 4. What about 12 to 16?
4.
Is that my change in X or my change in Y? Change in Y. Very nice. I appreciate you guys helping me out with that. Now, if I look back to 3.3a, 3.3a tells me that K equals Y over X. Okay. I'm going to write K equals Y over X. What was my change in Y here?
4.
What was my change in X?
1.
1. Can I simplify 4 over 1?
No. Yes. 4.
I can just write K equals 4. Give me a thumbs up if you got K equals 4.
Can you keep it like that?
I just put equals 4, but I didn't put K equals 4 back.
Put K equals 4. Yeah. Okay. Just writing equals 4 or just writing 4 is like me saying on the first day of school, hi guys, my name is Mr. And that's it. Right? You got to say the full thing. K equals 4. Okay? Am I done? Can I go to number 2?
Yes.
Yeah. We got to read. Write an equation. Well, how do I do that? Look at that. 3.3a. Number 3 says write an equation. Vanessa, how can I write an equation for this?
Y equals 4x.
Y equals 4x.
Yep.
Right? It looks a lot like number 4. That first equation in number 4. It's a proportional equation. Y is equal to kx.
2k.
I don't have a number hanging off on the end because my b value here would be what?
0.
0. That's right. Good job. Now, number 2, a lot of people had trouble with. I'm not sure why. But let's take a look. Let's find what lesson that is. Boom. 3.10, evaluating. When I say evaluating, that's just a fancy word for plug it in. 3.10. All right? So I have a function, I have an equation, y equals 3x minus 2. I'm going to take each of these x values one by one and plug them in for the letter x. Right? This is that thing we did where we write the equation out 4 times with the blank in the middle. Y equals 3 times something minus 2. Y equals 3 times something minus 2. 4 times because I have 4 x values. Right? What am I going to plug in first?
Negative
1,
one.
the first x value. Can you guys see that -1? No, right? Okay. Where? That's good. That means you can't see it. Right there. -1, plug in a 0, plug in a 1, plug in a 2. What is 3 times -1?
Negative 5.
-3. -3 minus 2 gives me -5. If I spend $3 and then spend $2 more, how much did I spend in total? $5. Right? Everyone see how we did that?
Yeah.
Now we got to do it 3 more times. What is 3 times 0?
0.
0. And what's 0 minus 2? Minus 2. Negative 2. What is 3 times 1? 3. And what's 3 minus 2? 1. What's 3 times 2? 6. And 6 minus 2 is 4. Give me a thumbs up. Your table looks like that. Very nice. Mohammed, you got a question?
Yeah.
Sure.
What if you already added like times 1 and you put it in that box on the middle?
Right here?
No, like that one.
Right here?
No, like the middle, like on 5, 3, like y equals 3, and then like.
Right here you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, if you put negative 3 in here?
Yeah.
As long as you don't multiply it again,
Yeah.
that's fine. If you got these numbers, whatever you did was right. Right? The beauty of math is that there's always multiple ways to get to an answer. The way that I explain it might not be the way that your brain understands it. So if you understand it a different way and get the same result, awesome. Okay? Am I done? Can I go on to number 3?
No.
Good. I'm glad you guys said no. Does the point 37 make the equation true? Again, there's 2 ways we can do this. The first way is just add another line and plug in what?
3.
I have to plug in the x values. If I have 3 comma 7, what's my x value? 3. Right? What is 3 times 3? 9. And what's 9 minus 2? 7. Does 3, 7 make this equation true then?
Yeah.
Yes. The other way we can do it is extend our table. Look at this pattern. My x values go 0, 1, 2. What's my next one going to be? 3. My y values, I'm adding 3, adding 3, adding 3. What's 4 plus 3? 7. Right? So 3, 7 does make the equation true because it is a point on that line. That's what it's asking for. Alrighty. Any questions on number 2?
Nope.
Perfect. This is going to be long, I understand. But as long as you're focusing and checking your work and filling in the blanks on the ones you didn't understand, hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. Alright. Look at this graph. Is that proportional or non-proportional?
Proportional.
How can I tell it's proportional?
Because it's in the origin.
It goes through the origin. If it goes through the origin, I know that in 0 minutes, I've used 0 gallons, right? I'm going to add a little extra box here that says 0, 0. Now, this is from an earlier lesson. Let me find it. Just like you guys will do on Monday, I'm using my notebook and finding something that looks similar. Mm, 3.2, 3.3. Yeah, this is like 3.1 and 3. I'll call this 3.2 and 3.3a. Okay, so that's where to look in your notebook for information on this. My directions. I always have to read my directions. A lot of you guys just look at something and get going, but if I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know what to do. Fill out the table, find K, and write the equation. Well, let's fill out the table first. I got a bunch of points on this line, and I got a bunch of x values that correspond to those points. For my time, what's each little box worth in minutes on my x-axis? 1 minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many is each box worth on the y-axis, though? 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, all the way up to 50. So, looking at the graph, after 1 minute, how many gallons have I used?
Plus 5.
5. Okay, I'm going to do it in a different color. Here's 1 minute. I look up, I hit the graph, I look over, and I see a 5. If I don't fill in my axis here, what number is your brain going to tell you to put? It's going to tell you to put 1 because it's 1 box up. Right? You see this and you go, oh, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. I must be adding 1. But That's why the axis scale is so important, because I'm going 5 gallons every time. What about 2 minutes? Here's 2. I look up, I hit my line, I look over. How many gallons? 10. What about 3? Up, over, 15. Now we're jumping a bit. 7 minutes. How many gallons have I used there? 35. And what about 10 minutes? 50 gallons. All right. What's my equation for K? It's something over something. You guys remember, Vanessa? Y over X. K is equal to Y over X. Well, what's my change in Y from 5 to 10?
Plus 5.
Plus 5. What about from 1 to 2?
Plus 10. Yeah, plus 20. Oh, wait.
Plus
1.
That's all right. You're looking ahead.
Yeah.
Plus 1. So I can put 5 over 1. What's 5 over 1? 5. Is my answer just K equals 5?
No.
What's my answer?
5 gallons per minute.
Good. Thank you, guys. 5 gallons per minute. I'm glad you remembered that. Okay. Why didn't I have units on number 1? Why did I just say K equals 4? Why didn't I say 4 miles per hour?
Because they didn't give us any.
They didn't give us any units. It's just an X and a Y. So if they keep it generic, keep your answer generic. But if they specify gallons and minutes, my answer needs gallons and minutes, and you will get points taken off if it doesn't have gallons per minute. My equation, again, I can write Y is equal to KX and replace the letter K with the K that I found. What can my equation here read?
Y equals 5.
Perfect. And I don't need units on my equation, just on my K value. Now you may look at this and go, well, wait a minute, from 15 to 35, that's plus 20. I thought I shouldn't have different numbers there like that. What's up with that? Isn't that variable, right? We're talking about constant versus variable.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, wait.
You can see the
Wait, top of the graph, like it shows that it's proportional.
Yeah, the graph shows it's proportional. Why doesn't the table look proportional then?
Because they skip.
Because we skipped. We skipped all these points in between. Right? How do I get from 3 to 7? Plus 4. So if I put this Y over X, what is 20 over 4 equal to? Still 5. Right? So just because my table skips some steps doesn't make it non-proportional. Right? So when we get down to 5 and 6, there's a reason we have to look at all the arrows on the bottom and all the arrows on the top. Alrighty? Everyone cool on number 3? Questions I can answer about number 3? Yeah, Billy says he's cool.
I'm cool.
You guys get this?
Yes.
You guys got the equation too, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Number 4, nice and easy. I'm just identifying, is it proportional or not? All right? What lesson is this? This was definitely, I think, on like a Thursday because it was so short and easy. Let's find it. This was 3.9. This is when we introduced the phrase, yo mama's ex-boyfriend. You guys remember that?
Yes.
3.9. So in A, I've got yo mama's ex, but I don't got a boyfriend, right? So is this proportional or non-proportional? Proportional. What would my B value be here?
0.
0. And since adding a plus 0 on the end is like me handing you $0, it does nothing, I don't need to write it. But in B, I've got yo, I've got mamas, I've got ex, and I've got a boyfriend. What type of relationship is this?
non-proportional.
Non-proportional. Right? And a lot of you, I don't know what was going on, but you just skipped C. I don't know if you didn't think it was a problem or what, but this time I'm looking at a graph. Okay? How can I tell if a graph is proportional or not?
Because it's not on the origin. If B's on the origin.
That's right. Does this one go through the origin? No. So it's non-proportional. Don't skip that one on the test. Right? This is an A, a B, and a C. You got to make sure you do them all. Vanessa.
For the test, like, what would you want us to write when it says briefly explain why?
Briefly explain why. Oh, yeah. Good question. I didn't even read that. See? Even I can do it. I didn't even read the whole problem. How do we know that the second one is non-proportional?
Because it has
There is a B.
B value.
How can I tell that C was non-proportional? We said because it doesn't what?
Go to the origin. Put the 0.
doesn't go through the origin. If you wrote doesn't line up with the 0, I'd accept that too, because I know what you mean. But I want us to use content vocabulary. We all know what the origin is, so let's say origin. All right? You guys go 3 for 3 on that one?
Yeah.
I sure hope so. It's only going to get more difficult from there. Now, number 5, this was our last lesson, 3.12. The very last piece of notes in our notebook is this exact question, 3.12. And this is the one that you guys said was really easy because we're so used to doing our arrows. So on the top, how do I get from 1 to 2? Plus 1. What about 2 to 3? Plus 1. On the bottom, how do I get from 5 to 10? What about 10 to 20? So I saw a couple people miss that on the bottom here. Right? So, like I said, I can see different numbers as long as when I put them in the fractions, they simplify to the same number. But here, if I put 5 over 1 and 10 over 1, are those equal to each other? No. 5 over 1 is 5, 10 over 1 is 10. Those are not equal. So what can I call this relationship? Variable. Another way I could do this is I could plot these points. I could graph these points and see if they make a straight line. If they don't, then there's no constant change. On number 6, how do I get from 6 to 4? Minus 2. What about 4 to 2? How about 17 to 11? And 11 to 5 is minus 6. Look at that. Same number across the bottom, same number across the top. It's constant. Now remember, I know I kind of messed up the way I put this. If it's constant, I can find a slope. So if I put my y over my x, what's negative 6 divided by negative 2? 3. 6 minus 2 would be 4. 6 divided by 2 gives me m equals 3. All right? That's right. 2 negatives make a positive. Okay? Final questions on the front. Anything at all that didn't make sense that you want me to go back to? Last call. Good morning. Number 12 is on the back. Okay. We're doing the whole thing. Okay? Number 7. A lot of people had questions and confusions on number 7, so I really want to make sure you're paying attention for this guy. And the reason why is because, when did we learn this? What day did we learn this lesson? Do you remember, Jada? When I was not here, right? So if you weren't here that day, or if you just said, oh, cool, Mr. Church isn't here, I'm not going to do anything that day, which some of you did, okay? You need to go back and review lesson 3.7. Good, thank you. 3.7. The notes for this are an Edpuzzle, if you remember. Okay? Now, the district and the state of California want me to teach this in a very, very confusing and difficult way, using an equation that looks like m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, where we plug in a bunch of numbers, do a bunch of subtraction, and solve. I don't like that way, so I don't care what the district says. I'm going to teach it this way. What should I put these numbers into? Jada? A table, x and y. And the reason why I teach it this way is because you guys every year are always really, really good at tables with the arrows and doing the numbers. That clicks. It always does. So why make it more confusing than it needs to be? Why not just teach it the same way we already know? You get what I'm saying? What am I going to put in the first row of my table, Jada? 2 and 3. What am I going to put in the next row? 10 and 7. Oh, now I've got a table. My brain tells me I need to do what? Arrows. How do I get from 3 to 7? Plus 4. How do I get from 2 to 10? Plus 8. So if I want to find slope, what letter is slope represented by again? M. M equals 8 over 4. What's 8 over 4? 2. Give me a thumbs up. You got 2 for number 7.
Yeah.
Kayla has her thumb down.
Wait, what? I didn't do it.
Uh-oh. If you got your thumb up, something went wrong, Jada. What went wrong?
What went wrong, man?
Good. If you got 2, that is incorrect.
I got 1 over 2.
What's my change in y here? Change in y over change in x. Is 4 my change in y or 8?
4.
4 is on my y side. That goes on the top.
Yeah.
8 is on my x side. That goes on the bottom.
And then divide it. You got 5.
And divide it.
And then
Well,
one
isn't
half.
4 over 8 just 2 anyway?
Yeah, but then you simplify it and then it's 2. You simplify it, it's 2 over 4.
No, it's not 2, Jada.
It's 2 over 4. 2 over 4.
2 over 4, but I could take that further, right?
Yeah.
What do 4 and 8 both have in common?
They both have 2. 4.
4. Good.
4 and 2. I got 1 over 2.
Joseph, don't do that. If we divide the top by 4 and the bottom by 4, what's 4 divided by 4? 1. What's 8 divided by 4? 2. Can I just get rid of the 1 though?
No.
No, it's in the numerator, so I can't get rid of it. All right? So m equals 1/2. I can have a fraction as my slope. It's just going to look like a little bit of a flatter line. Okay? Give me a thumbs up if you got 1/2. Good, 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 good. Perfect. If you didn't, that's how we do that. Any questions on 7? Because the 2 hardest ones on here, or at least the most confusing ones, are 7 and 12. So before I move on, is there anyone that got lost when I was explaining that needs to hear it again? It's okay. If you do need to hear it again, like I said, just visit Google Classroom this weekend. Number 8. Oh, I see a table. I'm going to automatically do my arrows. I don't even care what the question's asking me. I know that arrows are going to be involved. Let's read it. Complete the table and identify the slope and the y-intercept. My m and my b. All right? So, across the top, how do I get from 0 to 1?
+1.
How do I get from 1 to 2?
+1.
What about 2 to 3?
+1.
Nice. On the bottom, how do I get from 5 to 8?
3.
You guys okay?
Yeah.
Johnny, you good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I drink my water and my gum was in my mouth and I flew around and I couldn't find it.
Okay. That has nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You had a question, Vanessa?
What lesson is it?
Oh, thank you for that. Complete the table and identify the slope. Slope from a table, I would assume, which is 3.6. All right? 3.6. Jeremiah, you got a study guide, buddy? Okay. So, if I follow this pattern on the bottom, from 5 to 8 is +3. What's next?
+3.
+3. So what's 8 plus 3?
11.
And then what's 11 plus 3?
14.
Perfect. So I completed the table. Check. How can I identify the slope? Actually, you know what? Check this out. This is what I saw way too many people doing yesterday. My m is 3, my b is 1. Right? Because you see, oh, I got a 3 and I got a 1. So obviously one of those must be 3 and one of those must be 1. Or some of you guys had 1 and 3. Right? But these two numbers are the slope together. We got to set up a fraction, right? Is it going to be 1 over 3 or 3 over 1?
3 over 1.
Y over x gives me 3 over 1. What's 3 over 1? 3. Well, if both those numbers are my slope, how am I supposed to figure out what my y-intercept is? Vanessa, what do I have to do?
Look at the 0. What's under the 0?
That's right. Look for the 0 on my table. My b value is directly under it. B is equal to 5. Right? If I have a graph and I was going to plot the point 0, 5, well, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, 5. Right? That point's on my y-axis, so that must be my y-intercept. You guys get me on that?
Yeah.
In the same way that over here, look at number 2. 0, -2. What's my b value in number 2? -2. Did I see a -2 hanging off that equation?
Yeah.
I sure did. Right? Once we start seeing these patterns, our life is going to be a lot easier. Trust me. All good on number 8?
Yeah.
Perfect. Number 9 is again 3.9. Number 9 is from 3.9. All right. I gotta identify M and B. Now, A is already trying to trick you, right? What's my M here for number A?
3.
3? Well, I thought it's yo mama's ex-boyfriend. Shouldn't 4 be M?
It's what I
No,
was looking
because
at
there's
the
the X on the 3.
Good. Slope is whatever number is glued to my X. I feel like I've said that probably 100,000 times now, so you should remember that. M is glued to my X, right? So then what's my B?
4.
4. 4 is the number all by itself. Even if it's in front, it doesn't matter. Right? Even if it's written like yo boyfriend's mama's ex, which is a little bit more confusing,
That's correct.
Oh.
it's still the number that's hanging all by itself. That's my B. Speaking of B, let's go to number B. What's my slope in number B? What's glued to the X?
3 over 4.
3 over 4. What's hanging off on the end?
Negative 2.
-2. Don't forget that negative sign. If there's a minus in front of it, my B value is negative. And all that means, again, is that I cross the y-axis below the origin. Okay? God is testing me this morning. All right. C, there's not a lot of numbers here. In fact, there's no numbers here, so I might be confused. But I know that when I see an X, I've got an invisible number in front of it. What is that invisible number?
-1.
-1. Is that my slope or my y-intercept? Slope. Well, I don't see a y-intercept. What's my B equal to? 0. Now, this is important. If I don't put this at all, right, because I'm like, oh, I don't see a B, so there must not be a B. If you don't write that, then it's wrong, because there is a B. It's 0. It's right here. Right? The origin, exactly. Oh, I just realized there's no questions on here about undefined and 0 slope. Oh well, hopefully you remember it. Any questions on number 9? All good? Again, pretty straightforward. That's where you guys had a lot of success, so I'm not too worried about that. Number 10, find the slope and the y-intercept. Now, this is where somehow we have issues. So let's find where it's at. Slope on the graph is 3.5. 3.5. All right? Again, finding the y-intercept is the easiest. I don't have to do any math. I just have to use my eyes. Where does this line cross the y-axis?
3.
At positive 3. So B is equal to 3. Real easy.
Yeah.
Finding M is a little bit trickier. Normally we know M is y over x, or my change in y over my change in x, but when I have a graph specifically, what do I want to use? Rise over run. And again, in 3.5, I have step-by-step directions telling me exactly how to find this slope. Right? So, do I want to start on this left point or this right point?
Right.
Left.
I want to start on the left, just like I'm reading a book, okay? Or if I'm reading this sentence, I start on the left and work to the right. I start here. I'm going to rise first. Should I rise up or down? I got to go up. How many spaces up?
3.
3 spaces up. How many spaces over do I have to go?
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, can I simplify 3 over 5? No. So that's my slope. Should I turn it into a decimal? No. I don't like decimals. I'm glad you remember. It's a very important thing about me. I hate decimals. All right? Now, what some of you are going to do on the test is you're going to have a calculator and you're going to go, oh, can I simplify 3 over 5? You're going to put in your calculator 3 divided by 5 and it's going to give you 0.6. And you're going to write, oh, my slope is 0.6. If you do that, I am marking it wrong. Okay? Just the slope part. Yeah. I'm telling you, and I've told you a bunch of times, I do not like decimals. I don't want to see any decimals. The slope is a ratio of rise and run, change in y and change in x. If I turn it into a decimal, I get rid of that information. Johnny?
Why don't you like decimals?
Well, for slope specifically, I just said, slope is a ratio of rise and run, y and x. By collapsing them into a decimal, Like if I told you to graph this equation and it's 0.6, right? Normally I'd put 0.6 over 1. Well, what does going up 0.6 look like? I can't do that. You know what I mean? So keeping it as two whole numbers is always what you want to do. Fellas, please stop touching each other. That's the last time I'm going to say anything. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. When she comes back. We're almost done, buddy. 11. We're going to graph. This is from 3.11. Yep. 3.11. And Elijah, this is A09, so pay attention so we can get done with A09 today, okay? First thing I need to do if I want to graph this is I need to basically do the reverse of what we did in number 10. I got to find my M and my B. Based on this equation, what is my M? Negative 7 over 4. And again, if my slope is negative, should I put that negative on the top of my fraction or the bottom?
The top.
On the top. Because this negative 7 tells me I'm rising what direction? Down. What direction should I run? Right, always. What's my B value here? 5. It's the number hanging off on the end. What does B stand for in this case? Begin. I know, B stands for a lot of stuff. When we're graphing, it stands for begin. All right? So I'm going to begin at making a dot at 5. Positive 5. Does that look good?
Yeah.
No.
You didn't even look. You just said yeah because you thought I was doing it right.
It has to be on the y-axis.
This is not correct because this is on the x-axis. I need to make my first dot on the y-axis. Someone, I'm not going to say who, someone will do that on the test. All right? How do I know? I've been doing this a while. I see it every year. And I say it every time, someone still does it. It's a really common mistake, right? But if you ever forget which axis is x and y, most of the time it'll say, right? See that little y up on the top?
Yeah.
But if you ever forget, the y-axis is the one that I can make a capital Y out of. See this little guy I put at the top? This is my y-axis going all the way down, okay? So I begin at 5. What am I going to do from there?
Go down
You go down 7.
I'm going to go down 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I'm going to go right 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What am I going to do when I land there?
Dot it.
Make a dot.
And then make the line. And then you gotta put the little.
No, you didn't.
You make the arrow.
The arrow. The line. You gotta graph the equation.
Now, what I've done so far is right?
Yeah.
Should I get my ruler and make my line now?
Yes.
So you should do it again.
I should do it again.
You should do it again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Another dot.
And then you make the line.
And then I make the line. Now this is the part where I would go back to my beginning and reverse it, but I can't go 7 spaces up. That's as far as I can go. Now I'm going to make my line.
Is that ruler supposed to church?
What's that?
What does the ruler say? The golden rule?
The golden rule? It's a math thing.
That's all.
It's made of solid gold.
Wait, is it true?
No.
Wait, is it true that like old teachers were able to hit students?
We're not going to talk about that right now. That's not cool. All right. Everyone cool on 11?
Yeah.
Elijah, that one making sense? Perfect. All right. We got one more. This is the most important one. What's that? Jeremiah, what's that? What'd you say? Okay. That's what I thought. Number 12. This was our warm-up. This is our newest lesson, 3.12. This is where the majority of points will be lost. All right?
How much points is this?
This question is going to be 8 out of the 50 points. So
8.
if you get everything wrong, that's 16% of your grade gone right there. So this is important. That's why I did it last, so it's the freshest in your brain. All right? The equation is y equals 5x plus 15. Without even understanding the context of this problem, I know how to graph this. I make a beginning dot at 15, I rise up 5, and I run over 1. So the graph should be the least of my worries. The issues that I know are going to happen are the words and the explanations, okay? So look at my axis. My X is refills bought. My Y is costs in dollars. What am I even talking about? Let me read it. This equation represents the total amount of money spent at Jamba Juice after buying a reusable tumbler cup, where X is the number of smoothie refills purchased over time. Okay? Part A says make a table. Identify X and Y. In the context, this is important, in the context of this problem. So some of you guys looked at X and said X is X. I literally saw that yesterday. Someone wrote X is X. Okay? What does X represent in the context of this specific problem? What'd you say? X is slope. X is 0. X is 1. Read the question. X is what?
The number of smoothie refills.
Oh. X is the number of refills. In the context is not a number. It's not a variable. In the context is an explanation. Right?
Yeah.
In our warm-up, X was the number of months. Y was the amount of money I saved. What is Y here?
Numbers.
Total of money.
Total cost of money.
Look at my axis. Total cost in dollars. Everyone cool on that?
Yep.
Okay. All right. In my table, I'm just going to put 0, 1, 2, 3. Make it nice and easy for me. Obviously, I'm not going to put any negatives because I'm only looking at quadrant 1. If I've gotten 0 refills, wait till I'm done with this. If I've gotten 0 refills, how much money have I spent, everybody?
0.
No!
15.
5, 6.
Look at the equation. What is my B value? 15. So when I have a 0 on the table, what number should be under that 0? 15. It's all right. This is why we're talking about it. If you said 0, you really need to be paying attention so that you don't get this wrong on the test. The equation tells me a lot more than you guys think. My beginning value is 15. Where is 15 on my y-axis? I don't see a 15.
Between 10 and 20.
I gotta write it in between 10 and 20 and make my beginning dot. This is just like our warm-up. I started my savings account with $300. I made my first dot at 300, not 0. All right? Do you guys know what a tumbler cup is?
Yeah.
Okay. So it looks like this, right? It's like Jamba Juice sells the hard plastic cups that are reusable. It's like an environmental effort to save money on cups, reduce the waste by bringing in your own cup. If you bring in your own cup, you get a couple dollars off your smoothie, right? I only know this because I used to work at Jamba Juice. Okay? And they made me sell these tumblers, and it was annoying because I would have to ask everyone, hey, do you want to purchase a $20 piece of plastic? And they go, no. And I go, all right. And then your manager goes, why aren't you selling more tumblers? And I go, I'm trying. They don't want to buy them. They're like $20, they're like $15. How am I supposed to sell these? And they say, you need to sell them. Anyway, sorry. That's what having a job is like, folks.
Did you ever get any sales?
I think I sold one. And I worked there 2 years.
What?
People don't want to buy them. I don't know. Would you want, if you know you're going to spend $8 on a smoothie, would you want to leave there spending $28? No. Probably not. Anyway, so that's what this is talking about, right?
If I was a millionaire, maybe.
On the test, it'll be the savings account, so we're not going to worry about it. But I wanted to give you a different context. I spent $15 on the stupid plastic cup, and I got one refill. How much did I spend in total now? How much was the refill? No, the tumbler was 15. You guys don't understand. The refill was 5.
So it was 20.
So my total is 20. Okay? After one refill, I've now spent $20. There's my second dot. How much have I spent on my second refill? 25. What about my third refill? 30. You guys see the pattern now? Good. Again, this is why I'm spending 45 minutes talking about this. I've got all 4 points. I could keep going, right? I can see the pattern pretty clearly. I'm going to make my nice straight line. Okay, the stupidest reason to get points taken off is forgetting to draw your line and just leaving a bunch of dots on your graph. Don't do that. Yeah.
What if our line isn't straight?
you will have a ruler with you. It should be straight. If it's not straight, then you're not using your ruler, and that's just, I don't know what's up with that. It's like me giving you a calculator and then you not using it. I don't know why you would do that. There's really no reason. Everyone cool on the number aspect of that now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now B, I didn't see anyone get B. I saw a lot of people go, oh, slope is 5, y-intercept is 15. Do you guys know what the word interpret means?
Yeah. It's like dig deeper and explain more.
Dig deeper and explain it more. Interpret the meaning of the slope. What do I know my slope is? My slope is what? Look at the equation. What's glued to the x?
15.
It is the
Oh,
number of refills.
five.
Number of refills.
My slope is 5. What does the 5 represent in
Number
this
of
problem?
refills.
Think about it for a second.
Wait, total cost.
Think about it for another second. I just explained the whole Jamba Juice thing, right? You pay $15 for the cup. I give them the cup. Now instead of an $8 smoothie, I'm getting a $5 smoothie, right? What does the 5 represent? Think about it. What's that? Nope. What did you say, Mohammed?
She said total cost of refill.
Total cost of the refills? Close. Yeah?
The total cost of the drink.
How much you get off? No. Hakeem, you're pretty much on the nose. It's not the total cost. I want to be careful with the word total. It's the cost of one refill. Right? I just said the cup is $15 to get it filled with a smoothie, right? A razzmatazz or a orange dream machine, whatever you guys are drinking at Jamba Juice. It's going to cost $5. So my slope being 5, what does that represent? Well, I interpret that 5 as the cost of one refill. You guys get me? Now, what number is B equal to here? 15. What is the meaning of the 15?
How much the cup was.
The cost of the cup. Thank you. All right? I've said it over and over again. With a problem like this, where I'm talking about a context, whether it's miles per hour, refill, dollars per refill, dollars per month saved, if I don't understand the context of the problem, I can't do the problem. I won't get the right graph. I won't get the right table. I won't get the right interpretations. Okay? Not too scary on 12, right?
No.
I know it was rough getting through it, but now that we're through it, hopefully it doesn't seem too bad. All right? Final call for questions on this or anything related to the test on Monday. Because when you come in, it's right into it. No refresh session, no book it, none of that. We're taking the test right away. This group's real confident. I can tell. You guys got it.